Coming to you today with Kingdom Manna to tune in for this new segment that we have. So we're going to start our first segment today just discussing more about the kingdom. What is the kingdom of God? Many have that question. What is the kingdom of God? We know that the kingdom of God was one of Jesus' most talked about topics in the Bible. The Greek term of kingdom is used 162 times in the New Testament. So we know that, Jesus came forth to declare God's kingdom on the earthly realm. Both in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, the term kingdom is understood as a dynamic and natural, refers primarily to the rule or reign of a king. So we know that God is a king. We know that God is king of all kings. As a result, in the vast majority of instances, it is kingdom that represents God. Because we know that God ruled over this entire universe. We know that God ruled over the heavenly realm, the earthly realm, as well as the spiritual realms. So we're thanking God for just creating the earthly realm so that we can have dominion and rule, for him to rule over us while we preside in the earthly realm. The kingdom of God is not a physical place. So we know that the kingdom of God is not a physical place. Many people think of the kingdom of God as a physical place, but we know once we become his children, we know that the kingdom of God is not a physical place. So the kingdom of God is actually the universal reign as God through the creator. We know that he is who he is. The kingdom of God is internal. We know that God reigns over his kingdom. So the kingdom of God is wherever God reigns. And since he reigns wherever, the kingdom of God is everywhere. So many view the kingdom as the heavenly realms. They're viewing it as the church. But God is speaking to his people in this season to let them know that God's kingdom is everywhere. Because where God's presence is, that's where he resides. That's where he is. So we know the power that he possesses on the earthly realm, as well as the heavenly realms, as well as spiritual realms, and even under the earthly realm. So we must know what the kingdom means. The kingdom of God means God as creator, God as king, God as ruler. So we know the power that God possesses over every realm, and he's everywhere. So the first thing that we would like to talk about today, God reigns everywhere, all over. So we're learning some important concepts about the kingdom. As a believer, it's very important to understand what kingdom is and each concept under the kingdom order, because the kingdom represents a divine order. So we know God reigns over all things. Since God is the creator of everything, he reigns all over things. It can be everywhere, even every place that the sole of our feet hit or touch, we know that God is reigning over. So his role as a creator, let's talk about God's role as a creator. We know that God created the very foundation of the earthly realm and the heavenly realms. We know that God spoke those things into